Morning guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video on the transit courier van. In today's video we're going to get all these bits painted. We have new paint. My paint man has mixed me up some more frozen white in the ICI scheme, which is the normal paint that I use. I've got to take the other paint back to him. He was like, I've got no idea, but it don't sound right. He said, bring it back. He said, yeah, I'll take this with you and sort of go from now. So, technically, this should come out sweet, as it normally does whenever I use ICI. Started to use mipa. There's probably nothing wrong with mipa, but there just might be an issue with that mix or his binder or something that he's used to create that paint. Anyway, the new bumper's turned up from Ford's. That's over there. And another door handle. I left one on the van, I forgot all about it. So we only prepped and primed 3 of them instead of 4, which was quite lucky because I would have forgot. So everything's been re-sanded. I sanded all the bumper down, sanded the bits that I put paint on. And because this wet and wet primer was left too long past its open window as such, when you paint things like base coat, most base coats stay what they call open for 12 hours. You can paint on them without re-sanding within 12 hours, but this has been a couple of days. So I sanded down all of the wet and wet primer as well, so we can paint on that. We don't want any delamination issues. If you paint that and leave it for ages and then paint straight on it, or the same with your base coat, leave it for too long and paint straight on it, your new paint won't stick to it. Well, it essentially will, but you'll have delamination issues in the future. So I've just sanded all them down so we know we're good. I forgot to pick up some more primer in grey. So what I'm probably going to do is use my white primer as a wet and wet, and I'm going to go over the bits that need priming. Probably going to go over the bumper again, a few cut throughs, and I'll probably go over that paint again. That needs wet and wet primer, the new bumper and the door handle, and I'm not sure whether to re-prime them. There's nothing wrong with them. I'll see how I feel. We'll take it from there as and when. Everything's cleaned down, the floor's been wet down to sort of minimise dust, and yeah, I've got to get some plastic primer, do them bits in plastic primer first, let that flash, and then we can come in with a wet and wet and start getting some wet and wet down. So I'm going to go, and I still haven't cleaned the side. I just looked to the side. If you've not seen the last video, check out the last video. I knocked over a load of paint as well. So I've got to go clean my gun, make sure everything's all fine, and we'll get cracking with some painting. See you in a moment.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by.
a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul.
I think I saw angels just walk by. I think I saw angels just walk by. I think I saw angels just walk by.
I think I saw angels just walk by. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
all sorted. Not come out too shabby. Should look alright when we're on the van. This paint was much better. %100 dodgy paint, that last batch. I mean, this is the kind of standard orange peel that I'm going for. I wasn't bothered about the bottom, so we didn't sand that not very well, but that's underneath the van. I wanted said amount of orange peel for folds underneath here with the sanding, and we left it a bit fluffy, and we don't care. That's not what we want. We want the top edge sort of finished correctly. Basically the bits you see to all look nice. The bits you don't see, I don't care about, because it's underneath my van. But the important bits, they all look good. But yeah, quite happy. Finally all sorted out. I hope you enjoyed this one. That's me done for the day. I'm going to leave these drying. Going to go pick up the Connect van to start stripping that in the next few days for the turbo build. If you ain't already seen that, check out one of our videos. We're doing a ST170 turbo conversion and chucking it in a Connect van. Oh, and for you that have seen it, the guys that sent us the turbo conversion kit, Max Peeling Rods, have given me a 17% discount code as well, and I've added it in the description now. So any of the future videos, they'll be running a 17% discount as well for that. But yeah, that is it from me today. I'm out of here. As always, a massive thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, hit that button, and we'll see you very soon on the next one. Stay safe and be lucky.